Do you want to learn how to set up row-level security in PostgreSQL for your multi-tenant application? In this guide, we will do exactly that. We will first have a look at what row-level security is, then how to implement it in PostgreSQL, and then use it in a simple example application. So let's dive right in. Row-level security is helpful when building multi-tenant application because it allows you to store the data of multiple customers in a single table and in a single database. Row-level security works with policies, and these policies are basically SQL statements that return a Boolean on whether a customer can see that row or not. If you did not specify a policy yet, row-level security follows a default deny policy. That means no data will be visible. When building software as a service or SaaS applications, it's often not feasible to create a database user per customer. Thus, it can be helpful to create a dynamic user based on a session variable or similar. Now that we know what row-level security is, we will set it up in our own PostgreSQL instance. For that, we will first create a new directory called PSQL-RLS, open it in Visual Studio Code, and then create a file called dockercompose.yaml. Inside the Docker Compose file, we will create a new service called Postgres with the image Postgres, a port mapping of 5432, and environment variables for the user, password, and database. We will then create a container by running docker compose up -d. Next, we will create two tables in the database. To do so, we first enter the new container by running docker compose exec, and the tables are then a customer table for the dynamic user and a data table for the data points. We then connect the two based on the customer ID inside the data table. Next, we set up RLS for the tables. For that, we first need to create a new user role because the admin role will ignore RLS settings. We then grant privileges for the tables and the schema, then enable row-level security, create a function for the dynamic user, and then create policies using this function. I will now add some data for the next part where we build an example API. For the API, we will use the PG client library and Fastify. You can also incorporate an ORM like Prisma ORM. To learn more about Prisma, check the I or the link in the description. To get started, we first set up the project. We initialize a new project, install TypeScript, install PG and the types, and then install Fastify. Now we create a new directory called source and inside it a file called index.ts. The file will have the following code. First, we import Fastify and the client of PG. Then we create a new Fastify server and a config for the database access. Then we create an example endpoint with a customer ID variable. We then extract the variable, create a new client, connect to that client, set the dynamic user, send our query, reset the user, and then end the connection. At the end, we return the data as a result. And in the end, we start a server on port 8080. Inside the endpoint, we set the user based on the variable inside the URL. In a production application, you shouldn't do that. You should do it based on HTTP headers or something similar. Before we can start the server, we have to add a dev script to the scripts object in the package.json. And if you want to learn how to set up Fastify with auto reload, check the link in the I or in the description. We can now start the server running pnpm dev and then check the URL to get all the data of the customer with ID 1. We can also change the ID to 2 and get the data of customer 2. With that, you learned what row-level security is and how to set it up in PostgreSQL and use it inside an application. If you liked this video, give it a like and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.